little tutorial on how to use Deputy, our scheduling program. After you've watched the video, if there's anything that you have questions, feel free to reach out to HR or your manager or whoever you have as a contact for that. So this is what Deputy looks like on your computer. I've just logged in. I'm Jordan today, so Jordan has just logged in. This is the home screen that you'll be able to see. The first thing that you'll see here, you can start a shift. Whether or not you're scheduled for a shift at that time or that day, you can start shift here. So I've just pressed that button. I've chosen where I'm going to be working, and then I'm going to press start shift. So you can see that did a little update here. Over here on the left side, you can see I've started my shift, started at 6:25 at the location that I selected. Really, for our purposes, you guys are not going to need to be using the break button. If there's any break in your time that you're working, you can just press end shift, and if you start working again in half hour or 3 hours or whatever amount of time, just start a new shift the same way. That makes it a lot easier for making sure that your time cards are accurate. So that is the preferred way to do it. So really don't worry about that start break button there. So, okay, I finished my shift now, pressing end shift. Just press that button. I worked for 1 minute, big shift today. If for some reason you forgot to sign in this morning at the time you signed in at 6:25, but you actually started working at 6:15, you can edit that. It'll change your time there. You can edit the start time. You can edit the finish time to make sure that it's accurate in case you forgot to sign in or out. There in the comments, if you're working just your regular scheduled shift, like you're scheduled from 8 to 8, you worked 8 to 8, nothing exciting happened, don't worry about the comment there. Really, the comment is going to be for if you're working overtime, if you're working something that's not your scheduled shift, add in the comment there. For example, your shift was supposed to end at 6, but you had to stay till 8 because one of the site managers requested a meeting. In that comment section, you can just add in site manager John requested overtime to stay 2 hours late. Or if you get a call out in the middle of the night, call out for cardiac patient at 10 p.m. Something like that, just so I know when I'm doing payroll that you actually did work that extra overtime. It wasn't just a shift error. You didn't just forget to sign out or accidentally hit a button on your phone or something like that. Just to make sure that it's accurate, make sure you're putting those comments in so that we can make sure you're getting paid correctly and that we're billing correctly as well. So once you're done that, everything looks good. Just press that end shift button. Normally it won't say that because normally you'll be working more than 15 minutes, but yeah, just press the end shift button. That'll all be good. Like I said, if for some reason you're working another time that same day, just do the same thing over again. Next, I'll go through. Next up here is the news feed. So in here, you'll see any bulletins, any announcements from any of the management team, if there's anything that you need to know. I think that you will be getting a notification if anything gets posted in there, but if you need to go back and review it, that's how you can find it there in that news feed tab. The task button is not something we really utilize on Deputy, so at this time, don't worry about that. Next would be the location. If you work in more than one of our locations, you'll be able to find those there in case you need to add a shift in a different location. Next is your schedule button, schedule tab. There's a few things here. So right now, this is at one of our locations. These are the employees that work there. You'll see your own name. You can only see the locations where you work, but you'll be able to see your colleagues on there as well. There's this day view. You can see who was scheduled for what time, or you can also view by week, 2 weeks, or month. You want to look a little bit ahead, you can see that. You can flip through the months with these buttons there, pop up to January, come back to present day. So you can see what everybody in your team is scheduled for that month in case you need to know something far ahead. Also, what you'll see If you're an ACP, you can work up there if you're something else. But whoever is working, if you are somebody that Auscan is booking your travel, you'll be able to find the travel information in the travel section down there. Typically, we put the travel shift as separate, so it's easier to find. It's easier to make sure that pay is correct, easier to bill if they're separately. So your travel shift will be down at the bottom there. Just so you'll be able to find it easier. And then in your travel shift, you'll be able to click on one of those. If it's your own shift, you'll be able to click on one of those, and what will pop up is a dialog box. Dialog box will pop up here, and it'll have shift comments in there. In the shift comments, you'll be able to see that I have added your travel information, like your flight confirmation number, hotel confirmation number, if you're going on a certain bus or shuttle to site, what time that's going to be at, if that's confirmed or not. Once I book a flight, it goes in there. Once I book a hotel or a bus or whatever it is, goes into the comment on your travel shift. So if you're wondering if something is booked, you can look there. That's a quick reference point for you. And it will have the confirmation numbers as well. If you're looking ahead, let's say you're looking at your next shift, it's 2 weeks from now and you're not seeing any travel info in there, let me know. There are times that something could get missed, or maybe it didn't get uploaded or something like that. Check in and make sure that your travel is scheduled as it should be. We do try to book quite a ways in advance, but there are times that we're unable to for different reasons. So it's always better to check and make sure, just so nothing gets missed, and you're not in a situation that you're supposed to be traveling tomorrow and there's nothing there. So when in doubt, just let us know. No problem. You will not bother us with that. Something else that I wanted to go through was your profile. If you want to check out your profile, you just click that button up there. In the account overview, I'll go through that. Refer and earn just means if you tell a different business to use Deputy, then there's like a commission bonus thing. I don't know. You probably won't need to know that, but hypothetically, if you do. So you can click your profile here. You can see just kind of a quick overview, your timesheets. Once you've worked some shifts, they'll pop up as timesheets on here. If you have a vacation that you want to go on, or you need to have a surgery, or like whatever time you need off, you can add this into here. So you can just add either an availability or a leave. Either one will come to who's ever set up as your manager to approve that time off. So if you need time off, go on there. If you are a kind of longer rotation type employee, like 2 and 2 or 3 and 3 or something like that, normally you would try to schedule those things on your days off anyways, but just in case that's not an option, or you are just a regular 40-hour-a-week employee, you can use those options if you need to make a vacation request or whatever sort of leave request that you might need. And then I'll go back to that. We'll go back up here and then go to the account overview, and well, that'll pop up. So this is just your personal information. You can see up here, Jordan has his email, his phone number. He works at Auscan, and we're gonna go edit profile up there. If you have any change in your information, you can go through and change that in here, like your email address, your phone number. We ask that everybody adds a profile picture, so if somebody's on site, they haven't met you before, they'll have that picture there as a reference, so it'll be easier for them to find you. Going through your address, please make sure also that your emergency contact name and number is up to date. And actually also, we are going to be also requesting emergency contact email as well, just in case. I know a lot of people don't pick up their phone to unknown numbers and that kind of thing. So just as a secondary way of contacting if we need it. As you can see, there's no actual place to put an emergency contact email, so you can just write it right in there. Just beside the name, and so then we'll have that. We do have you listing your emergency contact information in a couple of our systems. That is going to be just quicker for whatever first responder or first manager or whatever, if they need to get that. then they'll just have that quicker depending on whatever system they're using. They'll have that available. So make sure that that is up to date. The security tab here, if you need to redo your password or the social, you don't really need to worry about that one at all. I'll go back here. And then you'll be able to see Auscan, where you work right there. We'll open that up. That's just going to take you right back to your home screen. Like I said, that should be everything that you need on here. If you have upcoming shifts, they'll also be on here. This is just your quick home screen overview. You can also just press that button to request a time off or whatever as well, just like the other way you could get through that. This is just a shortcut button. Deputy also does have an app. So the app is pretty straightforward. It doesn't have all the functionality of the desktop, but for your regular day-to-day, everything that you need would be on the app. So you can feel free to download that. It'll be the same login, same kind of look. It'll have the same start shift, same kind of home screen look, just in an app version. Like I said, if there is anything that you have questions about with Deputy, feel free to let HR or your manager or somebody know, and we'll be happy to help you. But hopefully this this answered most of the original questions. Thanks.